You will be able to freely travel around the world map on the high wind in the third title of the trilogy. FF7R director Naoki Hamaguchi. Ooh, that has me so excited. And it also had me thinking, this is going to be a planet. The world map is a planet, a globe, which with that comes certain things like time of day being different for each area that you're in. So if you're over in Wutai, that should be on the other side of the planet, which means if it's daytime in Midgar, it should be nighttime in Wutai. How exactly will that look in-game? As you can see, Remake Trilogy is using the PS1 classic world map, as well as a world map that it created for the menu screen, which is different from the explorable world map that you get to walk around in Rebirth, but it's also different from the CG rendered world map that makes the planet look like an entire planet. So regardless of the map's accuracy, it is still suggesting that all the continents span a full globe, which let's be honest, we assumed as much, of course, because that's how it was in the original. But we're talking about the remake here, and the map in Rebirth is flat. Video game open worlds are typically designed on a flat map, and the sun crosses over this flat map, giving the illusion that it is rotating like our real world does. I would bet that Part 3 would continue to build off of the world map that was crafted for Rebirth. Rebirth cleverly hid certain technical things with smoke and mirrors when crossing the Meridian Ocean, which, hey, shout out to that map that was incorrect in Nibelheim for at least having the Meridian Ocean be the prime meridian between the east and western hemispheres. Oh, and fun fact, the planet in Final Fantasy VII rotates clockwise, or westward, which is different from our Earth and every planet in our solar system except for Venus, which rotates clockwise just like Final Fantasy VII's Gaia. Danny, I think you're just thinking about it too much. I think they just place the sun wherever they think it looks nice. But that's not right. This is Final Fantasy VII. They put so much time and thought into every little detail. Surely the position of the sun in the sky is just not rising in the... does it rise in the west, set in the east? You know, like at Costa del Sol, that's what that does. But if you go over to Junon, which I thought was in the morning when they come out of the Mithril Mines, I thought, hey, maybe that's just the morning and the planet is on a clockwise rotation like Venus. That's not true. Because in Junon, the sun is setting in the west, like it does here on good old Earth. Is that what we're doing here? Are we spinning this way and then a wibble wobble? Is the planet just whee? I just want the sunset behind them. It's going to be a beautiful shot. Nobody's going to know. Me. Hi. I'm the problem. It's me. Why? So this video that I spent a long time on, I mean, it's still relevant. But you know, the crazy thing is, time of day may still matter. It may still matter, and Costa del Sol was just one of those things where they were like, oopsie, because everywhere else, the sun does in fact rise in the east. Check this out. In Calm, the sun is actually rising in the south. It rises in the south! It is still more east than west. And then over here in Nibelheim, in the very first chapter, the sun is in fact setting in the west, because this is right before going to the inn to talk to Sephiroth, and Sephiroth says, night. He says good night. So it is nighttime coming up. and they're going to wake up in the morning, and here they are waking up in the morning, walking with Tifa as the guide, and the sun is in fact in the east in the morning. Shinra 8, the sun is in fact setting in the west. One variable that I have not mentioned yet, Meteor. Meteor will dramatically alter the skybox for the majority of Part 3. Many may be concerned about this making the game not look very pretty, and we experienced that in Final Fantasy XVI. No spoilers for that game, but the last quarter or more of the game it just turns a beautiful, visually striking, impressive world into a dull purple haze everywhere. But the continents of Storm and Ash in Final Fantasy XVI was just one corner of the world. This is why I'm spending so much time stressing the importance of the world map of Final Fantasy VII taking place on a sphere, a globe, an entire globe, which would also change things up with the sun, the time of day. Where is the meteor in relation to the sun? Is it in front of the sun causing an eclipse, which would be freaking awesome, actually, to be honest with you? But where is it at? And I'm going to explain where I think it's at, backed up by some evidence from the original Final Fantasy VII as well as from the FF7R trilogy. Cloud says, Meteor's gonna fall in about, Red 13 says, 7 more days. That's what Grandfather said. Again, proving 7 days the meteor is in the sky. So this should answer the question if Part 3 will have a day and night cycle while exploring. The answer being no. I'm certain that with each new chapter, the time of day will change for every location. Meteor is approaching the planet from the side in relation to you, the sun. And that is because in the CG cutscene, the sun is hitting the side of the planet as it's gradually going into nighttime where the meteor is striking. Depending on the time of day that is being depicted in the chapter you're playing in Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3, you could be flying over this area, flying over the Midgar area, and you will see a dreary, eerie, dreadful, red haze produced by the meteor that is taking up most of your skybox. Now, if you start to travel further down this way towards Wutai, which is going to be on the other side of the planet, it's going to be nighttime, and you won't even see the meteor. You will visually experience the despair when we look up, or maybe we don't look up. Not only will Meteor loom over us in Part 3, no, Meteor will grow in size with every new chapter. As Johnny says from the original game, no, no, no! Meteor is getting bigger by the minute! I want to live on the edge right now! A Rocket Town NPC, look up at the sky. The bigger Meteor gets, the less time we have to live. It's like a doomsday clock. The sense of urgency, the sense of epic scale with the weapons. I didn't even talk about the weapons yet. That's in another video, but man, we got weapons in the sky, weapons coming out of the ground, we got weapons coming out of the water. A meteor in the sky. Dread, despair, and of course, the power of hopes and dreams. This is what we have to look forward to in Part 3. It's going to be a Hollywood blockbuster. It could literally just be, hey, here's your traditional video game open world map, and everything's a set time of day. Even if you go to Wutai, it's the same thing as if you were in Midgar. That's okay. And I thought maybe through this video I could express like how it could work, like I said, through flying through clouds with the high wind to kind of disguise a transition of time of day. But either way, with all of that being thrown out the window, just think about how epic being able to take the high wind, take off, and fly around that world map. The world map that we got to kind of explore a little tiny bit of in Rebirth. And I even made a video about that as well, so please go check that out, where I predict what the world map will look like in Part 3. And imagine taking the high wind and being able to fly around this world map. I got another video in the works. I'm really excited to talk about the exploration and how I think that should work. So please subscribe. That video will be coming soon. Script's already done. I just got to do the editing. So there you go. Are you freaking hype for part 3? Let me know in the comments. Just write hype. Thank you so much for watching this video. Take care now. Bye-bye then. This is the planet of Final Fantasy VII, Gaia, and this right here is Midgar. I'll say that for the end. You guys will get that out at the end of the video.